Well, I realized it was game number 9 of the 2021 NFL season.
From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia.
The Denver Broncos going up against the Falcons and the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in Atlanta. I'm going to let this go and see what I have to do.
We'll see Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos. First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene, the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Atlanta. Here's Carroll on the return. Shy of the 30. Atlanta takes the field. Their offensive leader, of course, Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
I always enjoy reflecting on Matt Ryan's career at this stage because when he came out of the draft, he was the number 3 pick overall. There were plenty of doubters out there about whether he should have gone in that slot. I don't think you can find any of those doubters now. One of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
Now Ryan, and it's incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams stop. They come in bunches.
We'll drop this underneath to Gurley, and he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And that's out the screen to Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but he got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
On 4th down, the Falcons send out Sterling Hoffman to punt. Denver has Deontay Spencer deep to return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by a 2nd-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And what's a quarterback's best friend? I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? Terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it. It gives you easier passing lanes. and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want to just heaped on his shoulders, I believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Locke. He's got a 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. That'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Oh, this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. I'm not scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on the kick away. And that goes with an angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Down to inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Ryan. Across the 20 before they get to it. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
Now remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And we'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find out.
Wow, to get this to Gurley. It'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Well, he would be very close to a 1st down, but I see the close fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
He's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos, and they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run the quarterback. He stopped immediately there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
There's Locke back there is going on. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We're scoreless after 1. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the pitchers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked to turn to the side.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game up and out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 38, Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one. third down.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing incompletion.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They look to throw. It's locked. The throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase. But I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's ready. To the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and now it's 2nd down.
The snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Ryan. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding it to a short gain.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's Jones. And he's like that. Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a draw play from Gurley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And they're working across midfield inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
It certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive, keep moving.
Now Ryan. And he looks it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another first down as he went right back to the same route, this time for 17 yards. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. We'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. And he's got his man on the out route. 3 yards to the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on it so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Ryan will throw again. To the right side, and brought down the 3 to get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Throwing again, Ryan. This will be caught at about the 5. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from Pater. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held it back. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. This kick is indeed good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielder just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Throwing on first down. They'll find Lindsay here. Now he takes it beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is the quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
First and 10, here's Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Second down at 6 now from the 42. From the gun, it's Locke. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Philip Lindsay there. And it'll bring up third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, it's Locke. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsay. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Locke. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So we reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Matt Ryan. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
Rock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll set up to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A run with Lindsay on the gun. And they'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Luck's going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First and 10 Tampa, they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On play action, lock. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanell. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Locke. He's got his man on the crossing route. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsay. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. This one complete to Troy Fumagalli. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now Gordon on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there. That'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, you pointed out to me at half, seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lock on the dig. It's Lindsay. He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Third down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And this is caught. I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This from 42 yards out. And McManus able to put it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Decent return out to the 27-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ryan, the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 27. They'll throw from the gun. It's come over the middle of Hurst. Pass midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. It's a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a important part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to have to look up to Gage. And he's taken down inside the 30. And the game here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Ryan. He's just going to got this one to his fullback in the backfield. It's a game at 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there and get result completion.
And it's going to have the Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Ryan. And now set up the screen to Gurley. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Have to kick the field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Certainly some pressure here on Young Wei Koo. This to break our fourth quarter tie. This kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Throwing no, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. And that was going to be off target and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Lock. At the tight end. And they get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Lock now on 1st down. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. 3 yards the game there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Lock looks to throw it again. To the left sideline, but it's incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Lock again. Falcons get there for the sack. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. And partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. They'll try and choose some clock with Gurley. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's able to get a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Ryan. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, they run with Gurley. And he's able to get out to the 32. Down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is offered an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Then the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. The Falcons in victory formation as they take an aim. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair, low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
That almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
Thursday, I have the Falcons winners over the Broncos 6-3. We're going to end this stream, and I'll be back tomorrow for the live stream. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day and night.